Guys, listen, the 49ers have incredible fans. They are passionate. The faithful are passionate. There's no doubt about it. When things are going well, things are going well. But when things don't go well, you hear it from them. And the guy that was the architect behind this team, John Lynch, he's taken a lot of heat over the last year for whatever reason, because they rack up wins, and it doesn't seem to make sense to me. But people seem to have some questions, concerns. I caught up with him after this one to ask what it was like putting it together. And then I asked about his QB, who seems to be at the center of a lot of attention week in and week out. Hey, John, do you ever remember any of your Buccaneer teams or Bronco teams making a comeback like this?
I don't know, man. This was pretty, I mean, the magnitude of the game, the way it was looking, it wasn't looking great. And, you know, I never go down at halftime. I came down just to try to feel our team, and I felt good when I saw them because they were ready to come out. And we didn't get the touchdown we wanted on the first drive, but we got 3 points up there. We made a stop on D. Then we got the fumble. I mean, it all started happening. Our playmakers started taking over.
You guys have been questioned left and right with the Brock Purdy decision, and if he's the guy, what do you say now?
Scoreboard, but we've got bigger aspirations than this. We got so much faith in Brock and what he did with his legs in that second half, aside from, putting it in our playmakers' hands. So proud of Brock. He's a stud. I keep saying it. Sooner or later, people will believe it, but we do. That's the important thing. Scoreboard. Simple enough from John Lynch. I actually got to catch up with Sean Purdy, Brock's dad, and I said, what do you do when you hear all the negative news? And he said, it's not allowed in our house. Our friends are only allowed to send us the positive stuff. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of positive news coming out this week about Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Guys.
All right there, Matt. If you look at Brock Purdy's total number of yards. Breaking news. Kyle Shanahan is at the podium speaking right now.
Yeah, no other choice. I mean, it was nice that we were starting out with the ball in the third, so it gave us some hope in that way. And also, it being a 17-point game was encouraging because it looked like it should have been worse. That's definitely how it felt. That's how the numbers looked. But we were only down 17, which that's not too much. But you got to start playing a lot better in order for that not to be too much. And came out in the third quarter, and we finished with a field goal. I definitely thought that wasn't enough. But then I think our D stopped them on a fourth down the next time. Then we got a touchdown. Then I want to say the next drive was the turnover. And then just like that, it was just three drives. And I think by the end of the third, it was a tie game. And then it was like, all right, it's first quarter again, but it's the fourth. Let's start. I mean, they had a safety sitting in the middle of the field. Brock did an awesome job recognizing it. We had Debo on a crossing route, and that safety cut it, and Brock made the right read and just launched it. But the corner did an awesome job staying on top. I mean, the safety cuts, and that means there's no one in the middle, but the corner was aware of it, so he stayed on top. I was worried that for it to be a pick when it's like that. Brock makes the right read, but then he launches it, and BA just did a hell of a job going up for it. So it wasn't going to be a pick. And then he came down with the catch, which was huge. I was never able to see whether he was down or not. They said he was. So it's great we punched it in later.
Just to ignite things.
I mean, and anytime you get a big explosive one like that, it makes it a lot easier. We felt we could go on drives. We just had to get it going. I think we had 4 in the first half. I want to say we scored on 2 of them, had a pick on 1, and then punted on the other. And, I mean, credit to their defense. I mean, they mix things up. They play really hard. We thought if we could get it going and make it a game on both sides, it would be a matter of time before we could score some points. But the way their offense was going, their defense doing a couple things to get us off the field. But once BA made that play, it kind of unlocked it with such an explosive and kind of unlocked the whole team because right after getting that turnover that I believe Gip forced, that was huge. And right after that, you could feel the whole momentum with our players on our sideline in the stadium kind of flip, and you felt it was on after that.
What did you do so hard? First half to stop the run. What did you see from
but it only takes a couple guys. I mean, we had a couple 8-man fronts, and there's definitely 2 that I saw that we got one guy out of a gap, and when that happens, you get right to that middle third player, and I mean that's 15 at the best. And then they had a real good call on that reverse. That was probably their best look that they got us in. But we had a couple missed tackles, a couple guys out of gaps, and it was it's hard to win like that. But the guys tightened it up there in the second half and got it done.
Talk about what adjustments did you want to make heading into the second half?
And we just go over we come up with 8 plays to go over with the offense and how we're going to start it out and go with them. The defense goes and they all meet and they break up and they talk about all their stuff from positions. And then we just pulled them up before. And so, guys, it's only 17 points. Been a lot of football games where you're down 17 points. We're starting with the ball. That's plenty of time to come back, plenty of points to come back. But regardless of any of that stuff, we're not going out like this. We got to be a lot more aggressive here in the second half and in everything we do, offensively, defensively, special teams. I thought we switched up a little bit more, tightened up on some things with some pressure, some man coverage, and the guys didn't want today to be the last day, and we put ourselves in a hole. But they played like it in the second half, and we were able to get the ball to bounce the right way, and we made up for what we did in the first half.
Brock scrambling.
What's that?
Brock scrambling in the second half. How big of an impact was that for you guys?
Man, thought it was the difference between winning and losing. He made some big plays with his legs, getting out of the pocket, moving the chains in some first downs, getting some explosives. He competed his ass off today, and it wasn't easy for any of us, but he kept grinding and was unbelievable there in the second half.
I've heard people talk about Kyle Shanahan teams don't come back. They have to play up front. Brock Purdy can't come back. Does that strike you in this moment? And what do you like, hey, that's over now in your mind?
I mean, that's up to you guys to decide. I never thought it had started. And I mean, coached a long time. Guys play a long time. I get some of those circumstances, but I've never felt like we didn't have a team who could come back or win a game like that. Just had to do it today when it mattered the most.
Kyle, of going to be going to the Super Bowl playing the team that beat you there 4 years ago?
About that, I didn't watch any of their game. Wasn't sure who won it until someone told me right before we went out. But they're a hell of a team. They got a hell of a coach, hell of a quarterback, hell of a defense. Haven't gotten to see him much this year just because we haven't had a lot of crossover tape, but we already have a pretty good idea how it's going to look. I mean, they've been doing it for a while, and since we met them in 19, it seems like they've been there every year since. And we've been trying really hard to get back to that moment. We've been close a number of times, and this time we got it done. And we spend these 2 weeks to prepare and make sure it's a hell of a game.
What was your message in there after the game to the team?
Very good one. I was exhausted. It took for everyone so long to get in. Then it was really hard to talk because everyone had their family and kids in there, and I struggle to talk when I can't use all the words I want to use. But it was my message. I was just so proud of the guys. I mean, these last 2 weeks. I mean, we've had some talented teams. We do have a talented team right now, but that. Just the character and the grit of the guys there. I mean, you could see it on their faces at halftime. I could see it on them all week. Our guys got a lot of love for each other, and every year when the season's over, it's always a new team the next year, regardless of how many people return. And our guys didn't want this to be the last day, and we had to really fight for it to make that happen, but we pulled it off and couldn't be more proud of the group.
The Lions are not usually obviously known for his legs. Do you think there's any element to surprise at how efficient and productive he was with that?
I think Brock's been scrambling and making plays ever since we got him in. And all you got to do is go back to the first game versus Miami, and Brock makes a lot of plays with his legs. Did it in college too. Makes a lot of off schedules. So, and I thought it looked like how Brock looks every time he plays.
Man, he looked exhausted. But you know what? My big takeaway when he was asked about Brock Purdy and his scrambling, he said that's the difference between winning and losing.